I never thought I'd be the kind of person to need travel insurance. Honestly, I always thought it was one of those things you hear about, but you never really think about until it's too late. That was until the worst happened. I was on a solo trip to Europe. Just me, my backpack, and my trusty laptop, the one I use for work, for memories, for everything. I'd been dreaming about this trip for months. I had planned everything down to the smallest detail. The flights, the hotels, the tours. But somehow, I didn't plan for the moment when I would lose my laptop. It happened so quickly. One minute, I was walking out of a cafe in Amsterdam, just finishing my cappuccino, and the next, I turned around to grab my bag. And it wasn't there. I felt that jolt of panic shoot through me. You know the one? The kind where your chest tightens and your brain goes completely blank? I looked around like I was in a movie, convinced it was a bad joke, hoping someone would walk up and hand it back with a smile. But nothing. My heart sank. I felt so exposed, vulnerable, alone. The worst part? I wasn't just losing a piece of technology. It was everything. My work, my photos, my memories, the travel plans I'd poured hours into, all of it was on that laptop. And right then, something clicked. I remembered that in my rush to get everything organized for the trip, I'd signed up for travel insurance. But like most people, I never really thought about it. It was one of those just-in-case things. But now, it felt like I was clutching onto it with a lifeline. So I called the insurance company. My heart was still pounding, but I tried to stay calm, even though my mind was racing. The person on the other end was so calm, so empathetic, and helpful. She didn't just offer me empty reassurances. She told me exactly what steps to take, what forms to fill out. She asked for my details, and I remember thinking, is this really going to work? And it did. Within a few days, I had a claim submitted, and the next part, the hard part, was waiting. But I wasn't completely helpless anymore. That felt like the first real relief I'd had since the moment I realized my laptop was gone. And then, a week later, I received an email from them. It was an approval. They were reimbursing me for my loss. I couldn't believe it. I remember sitting in my hotel room, staring at the email and thinking, this can't be real. But it was. They had my back. I honestly don't know what I would have done without that travel insurance. It wasn't just about the money, though let's be real, that's a huge part of it. It was the security of knowing I wasn't alone in a foreign country dealing with the fallout of an unexpected loss. It's like life throws enough curveballs as it is. The last thing you need is to be hit by something you couldn't have planned for. Having that peace of mind, knowing that I wasn't going to be completely wiped out from this experience, was honestly one of the best decisions I've made. Now, here's the kicker. I don't think I would have survived this trip emotionally without that safety net. It's not just about protecting your electronics or your gear. It's about protecting yourself, your experience, your journey. Because travel isn't just about sightseeing, it's about your peace of mind while you're doing it. And if you're wondering how to avoid the same heart-stopping moment I had, I'd recommend looking into Auras.insure. I don't mean this as a sales pitch, but I genuinely use it and it saved me. I'm not saying you should rush out and buy insurance just because I did, but having the right coverage, that's something I can't stress enough. If you're traveling, you never know when life will throw a wrench in your plans. Having insurance gave me the confidence to keep going, knowing that even when things fall apart, I've got someone watching my back. And trust me, when you're on the road, that's priceless.